Hello everyone, welcome to Majesty's House of Music. We post free piano lessons every week, so ensure you subscribe so that you don't miss out anytime we post lessons. So I'm Emmanuel, and today I'm just going to give you a brief lesson about 2-5-1 progressions in the key of C. I'll handle other keys in future lessons. So the 2-5-1 chord progression is a very important progression, okay? I think you hear that progression in very many songs, and it applies in very many gospel worship songs. So it's a progression that you really need to understand. And I'll go step by step. I'll explain this in the key of C major today. And I'll also explain in terms of numbers so that those of you who can translate the numbers to a different key can do that. So when you're in the key of C, this is the C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay? That's the C major scale. So when you talk about 2-5-1 chord progression in the key of C, when you count the scale in terms of numbers, C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, G is 5, A is 6, B is 7, and C is 8, or the same as the 1. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when you talk about 2-5-1 chord progression, we are simply talking about those numbers. What is 2? D, 5, G, 1 is C. So that is 2, 5, 1. Okay? By counting the numbers on the scale. So that is D, G, C. 2, 5, 1. Now, you now have to know what type of chord am I going to play in each of those positions. Now we can start with the basic chords that we play in a 2-5-1 chord progression, and usually we play them in terms of extended chords. Now what I mean by extended chords are the chords that have more than 3 notes. So when you just play a C major chord, C, E, G, you're playing a triad, meaning you're playing a chord with 3 notes. Now when you start adding 4 notes into the chord, for example, when I add a B to the C major chord, it becomes a C major 7th chord. So download our chord chart. I think our chord chart is available for free. I'll put the links in the description below the video so that you can be able to go through the different types of chords, and the diagrams are also there to help you understand. So this is an extended chord, a C major 7th chord. So those are the kind of chords we're going to use: major 7th chords, minor 7th chords, and also dominant 7th chords. So in the 2-5-1 chord progression, for the 2, in this case for the D, we play a D minor 7th chord. That is D, F, A, and C. That is the 2 chord, D minor 7th. So D minor chord would be D, F, and A. D minor 7th is D, F, A, and C. D minor 7. And we are not going to play this chord in this position. We will invert it. I'll explain that later. So that is the 2 chord, D minor 7, D, F, A, and C. And then for the 5 chord, we'll play a G dominant 7th chord. This is the chord. It's called a G7 chord, or a G dominant 7th. G, B, D, and F. G dominant 7th chord. And then for the 1, we play a C major 7th chord, which is C, E, G, and B. Okay, let's start with that progression, 2, 5, 1. So 2, D minor 7, 5, G dominant 7th, 1, C major 7th. I'd just like to note at this point that we have a full course, actually 2 courses in the key of C that can help you understand this kind of progressions, and with song examples and how to apply them. If you're interested to get those courses, you can order them from us. Check the description below the video. You'll find our WhatsApp number and our email, and you will be able to order for those courses, and you will have a sweet time going through these progressions and how we apply them in songs in greater detail. All right? So that is the 2-5-1. But you see, what we want to try to avoid, moving up and down. we want to try condense those chords into one place. So for example, for the 2, the D minor 7, I'll invert it and play it here. D, F, A, C. I'll play it as A, C, D, F. I've just inverted the chord, okay? D, F, A, C. A, C, D, F. Right? So that is our 2, D minor 7. And then for our 5, we'll just play the normal G dominant 7, G, B, D, F. And then for our 1, the C major 7, C, E, G, and B, we use this inversion. G, B, C, and E. So what is the progression? 2, D minor 7, 5, G dominant 7, 1, C major 7. Now let's bring in the left hand, okay? You can just play the D in doubles. 2, 5, 1. So you see, my hand is not making a lot of movements, okay? See that? 2, 5, 1. So that is a basic 2-5-1 chord progression. Okay. Now there are many things we can do to that progression. Okay, including changing the inversions that we use. You know, will give it a different sound. Okay. For example, somebody would play the same progression in this inversion. Okay. Okay. See that? 2, 5, 1. So let's look at that inversion. So the 2, okay, the left hand is playing D, but the right hand is playing F, A, C, and E. But if you look at these chords here, we have our D minor 7th, okay? So we're just adding another D at the bottom and an E at the top. Now, when we add this E at the top, we are bringing in a different quality to this chord. It no longer becomes a minor 7th, but a minor 9th because of that E. Okay? Becomes a minor 9th. Huh? So the 2, and the 5. You see that 5? It's just a G dominant 7th. See the F on top is brought down here. And then the 1. C major 7th. We have C at the bottom, the left hand, and then the rest of the notes on the right hand. E, G, and B. And we're just doubling another E. We can also decide to play something like a C major 7th with a 9th on top, that D, if we want to get a different voicing, okay? Because that's already our C major 7th. There's no point of repeating the E because we already have it at the bottom. So to flavor, and you know, just to add a different flavor and sound to the chord, we can play the D to get that kind of a C major 7th with a 9th on top, okay? So 2. My left is playing D, A, and D. My right hand is playing F, A, C, and E. And then for our 5, G7. And for our 1, okay. Now there is a progression that I would like to give you that can help you to play these 2-5-1s. We'll add one more chord to this progression, and that is the 6th chord. What is the 6th chord in the key of C? Is that A minor? And you can also make it an A minor 7th by adding a G on top. Okay? So that's an A minor 7th. So this is what we do. We'll play 2-5-1-6. 2-5-1-6. Okay? So this is it. 2, see we are playing an inversion of A minor 7th, E, G, A, and C. Instead of A, C, E, and G, we're just bringing it to one place, doing an inversion of that same chord, E, G, A, and C. So 2, 5, 1, 6. Repeat. 2, 5, 1, 6. So I want you to take some time and practice that simple progression. Okay, you can also try it in this in the inversion that we had here, 2. So that will be 2, 5, 1, 6. Okay. We're just trying as much as possible to keep our inversions in one place. So this time we are playing the A minor 7 like this. A minor, A, C, E, add the G to get A minor 7. Okay? So 2, 5, 1, 6. 2. You can develop your own rhythms, huh? So that's a simple 2-5-1 that you can just try, take some time and go through, and I believe it will help you. Now in the next lesson we'll add something a little bit more into this. We'll expand the progression a little bit, go more into 7-3-6 chord progressions, and I know this will help you. Once again, I said if you want to learn more from us, we have full-length courses. I'll put the link to my website and my WhatsApp contacts in the description below the video. For those of you who are interested to learn more, you can just get in touch and check out our website. And we'll be able to give you materials that will be able to help you in your journey of learning how to play praise and worship music. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next class.